deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want a ring. Yeah, we all want to be free.
Everybody wants to be king, but this time we actually do have a king on the podcast. We got royalty, folks, for LNU. We're going to welcome Everything King. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? I'm glad to be here.
Man, I'm happy for you to be here, too. Having royalty, it's absolutely amazing. Of course, we got Mark Orum from Orum's Forum. What's going on, Mark?
Hey, what's going on, man? We got the king in the building.
We definitely got the king in the building, and literally get the crown rotating around his head right there, folks. Make sure you subscribe to Everything King. Detroit Lions, Pistons, the guys rocking on Woodward. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. We got Bobo Kodo, artist formerly known as PC, Paul, Zach J, 313, Joseph, NFL Junkie. We got Alan, Dana, DGs, Bobo, Michael McDermott, Riley, Dan Spanos, and Kang in the building. Make sure you hit that like button as we get into this bad boy. Literally, while the intro is happening, we just got news from Jeffrey Okudah saying he's not going to be a safety. He will not be safety. Everything King. What do you think about Jeffrey Okudah saying he's not going to be no safety?
I love the confidence. I love the confidence. He has an opportunity to prove himself. Like I said, we only seen him for 10 games, so he has an opportunity to prove himself. If he feels like he's comfortable at that corner position, if he wants to take that upon himself, I'm all for it. We need all the help we can at the cornerback position.
Most definitely. We do need help. We invested a third overall pick on him. You want him to be a cornerback. You want him to be a stud, an island guy. Mark, what do you think about him saying no to the safety position?
Yeah, man, that's just like King said. It's good confidence on his part. He even said that nobody, even like no coaches, head coach, has never even approached him to even ask him to play safety. So whatever we're hearing out there, whatever the rumors are, it just came straight from the horse's mouth, man. Jeff Okudah has said that he's not moving to safety. He's had no conversations. And we need him to be a corner right now. Like, we've only seen him at 9-10 games. His third overall pick. He's not locked in at that number 2 spot, not whatsoever, but he deserves at least another shot to try and make that number 2 spot be his own.
Everything King. What is your expectations of Jeffrey Okudah this year? Does he need to prove himself? This is year 3. Year 1, cheeks. Year 2, injured, broken cheeks. This is now year 3. What do you want to see from Mr. Okudah?
I expect him to come out of the gate and have a few, hiccups. I mean, let's just be realistic about it. He just hasn't seen the field enough. Also, being that he only had this experience out there on the field in the Matt Patricia era, he's definitely going to have some hiccups. But I want to see consistent improvement. I believe in Aaron Glenn and that defense. Those coaches do a really, really good job on the defensive end with those corners. So I expect Okudah to make, somewhat of a smooth transition towards the middle of the season and, start to really get after it.
Man, you talked about Aaron Glenn, how this guy did a phenomenal job this secondary. If Glenn cannot fix Okudah, nobody can. The dude's a magician. Why is Aaron Glenn so good, King?
Well, I mean, as a player himself, amongst the receivers around the league during his time, they all talked about how smart he was. He ran your route before, you even ran your route. So him being a guy that's been on the gridiron himself and been there at a high level, kind of expect that. You kind of expect that. One of the most key things with Aaron Glenn is his willingness to adjust to the times, man. Some defensive coordinators, they get stuck in the old days. Aaron Glenn adjusts to the game today and is helping those guys out. It's putting them in a great position opposite of Matt Patricia.
Yeah, man, he is a magician out there. He puts players in positions to succeed. You've seen what he did with Melifonwu, Jerry Jacobs, Monty Warrier's game stepped up. I really like what he can do. So if Jeffrey Okudah cannot perform at a high level this year or even a medium level, I don't think that he's going to be able to perform for anybody because Aaron Glenn is a G. And we just want to talk about that right now. Do you guys love Aaron Glenn? Let me know in the comment section why for yes and for no. Let me know your fandom for this guy. I do. I love the guy. I think this is probably his last year in Detroit because he's become a head coach and move on to bigger and better things, but I freaking love that guy. Expectations for DeAndre Swift, Mark Orum from Orum's Forum. What do you expect from Mr. Swift this year?
Well, just like every other player on this roster, man, I expect him to be healthy, man. We're starting to come up on DeAndre Swift's contract, and in a couple of years, he's going into his third year. The man looks yoked up. He looks really good, man. He's put on some muscle. He looks lean. It's a running back by committee on this team right now, but he is the number one guy in the room, obviously. So I'm expecting him to stay healthy. I'm expecting him to get some big yards, score touchdowns, be productive, and kind of like mentor. Him and Jamaal are kind of, they're the veterans in the room now. So I expect him to be a little bit of a mentor to guys like Craig Reynolds still, who's kind of bounced around as well, too. He's not necessarily a young guy, but guys like Jamar Jefferson, Bell, if he even has a shot at this roster. So health is really important for me and obviously every other Lions fan going on. But he needs to be that guy that can, get the first downs, catch the ball in the backfield, and just move the chains.
I want this guy to just stay healthy throughout this season. Yeah. It's got to be a big year for him. Stay on the field and perform. Stop getting injured. Because we've had issues with the running back position regarding injury for how long? I mean, it's been forever. Javid Best, loved him. Injury. And I thought this guy was special. Done.
He was, man.
Kerryon Johnson. Yeah. He's all into weird stuff. His girlfriend leaves him after he leaves Detroit. He kind of falls off a cliff. And now we get DeAndre Swift. What is your expectations, King, for Swift this year?
I mean, I got to keep the same expectation. Stay healthy. We all know how talented he is. We've seen this man take over games by himself last season. So we definitely need him out there on the field. Our running back room is pretty okay for right now. But, Swift goes down, it gets real thin real quick. So we need him to be healthy in order for him to start to reach that type of star status. I got so much high hopes for Swift, man, but we have had a consistent curse of running backs getting injured here in Detroit. So I just want to see some consistency.
Michael LaShore. I mean, it just, the list goes on. It's just injury prone. We're effed when it comes to injuries. The football gods do not like us, King. Do we need icy hot?
We need icy hot and Bengay.
Definitely need both those guys. Rub them everywhere in every part of your body, even where the sun don't shine. Keep the heat going. We got to get that thing rolling. Jamaal Williams is an interesting running back for me because last year I didn't feel like he was I like Craig Reynolds a little bit more, but this is his last year of his contract, King. What do you want to see out of Jamaal Williams, and do you think like he is the number 2 guy?
I think he most definitely could be the number 2 guy. What I expect from him this season is money. It's money time. It's money time. Last year, your contract, we all know what that means for a lot of athletes. I expect him to go out there with his head down, man, and try to get it done. Hopefully he can stay healthy himself this season. But as far as a downhill runner, I absolutely love Jamaal. Good Lord. I love Williams. And, his personality alone, I love him here in Detroit. I hope he does succeed because I want to see him around in the future.
I like this dude's got the personality that we need here in Detroit. He's funny. He's hilarious. He's got the energy before practice, throwing the footballs to the fans. You've seen it if you've been there. The guy is just a straight cool dude and a locker personality that I love. I personally like. What do you think about Jamaal Williams, number 2 on the field? Craig Reynolds. What do you expect from Williams this year, Mark?
Just like King said, I expect him to stay healthy. It's a contract year for my man, so he'll be looking for that bag, maybe in his possible upcoming year, 2023. He's not the starter though. I heard he even lost some weight, so I don't know how true that is. If someone wants to correct me or what on that, but I heard he lost a little bit of weight, and it was a considerable weight. So I know he's coming in last year at about 220 pounds. He was the thunder pretty much in our offense. The number 2 guy, had to start a few games when DeAndre went down, obviously. So he's a great player. He's got great character. He's a phenomenal teammate. There's nothing to really dislike about Williams, his game or his character. So hopefully he can stick around maybe for another year or 2, but it might not happen. But I just want to see him stay healthy and just produce too as well.
Yeah, just stay healthy, produce. I love, especially if you need to get those crucial 1-2 yards. Jamaal Williams is that powerful guy. He pushes it in there. He pushes it really hard. He just pushes it hard, and just consistently gets that hole good.
It's getting hot in here. What's going on around here?
We see Craig Reynolds. I like Craig Reynolds, so maybe I'm overhyping him. Maybe I'm a homer for Reynolds. I like him as a number 3, King. What do you think about Reynolds? What is your expectations for him?
I love Reynolds. I've been raving for Reynolds, ever since we seen him in preseason, for the first time, man. I absolutely love his – when you talk about a player that, puts it all out there on the field, it's Reynolds. Reynolds runs really hard. He runs for his life out there, and I absolutely love it, man. At the same time, he's a very skilled runner, and for him to be the 3rd guy right now, I don't have a problem with that at all. Like I said, I just hope we see some, another leap forward from him, so he can solidify himself. But I love him.
I love too, man. He's the most underrated player. I loved him all last year. This guy comes in, he just is good at everything. I feel like he comes in, he's patient for the hole, hits the hole. He reminds me of the Houston Texans' old running back that they had. He's no longer on the team anymore. Just a all-around good running back. Mark Orum, what do you think about Craig Reynolds?
I love Craig Reynolds. He's a good football player. We shouldn't really sleep on him. He could be a guy that could take over for a few games. He did it last year when guys went down. I think it was DeAndre and Jamaal went down last year, and he started a few games. He got, Lions fans were absolutely fell in love with the guy. His story is awesome on how he came in here, and nobody even knew who his name was, and he had to introduce himself in the huddle at practice. I think that's a great story. He's bounced around. He's bounced around to a few different teams, never really stuck, and it looks like the Lions re-signed him from last year. They gave him another year, a year or 2. I think he signed a 2-year extension. So he's here for the next couple of years. I think it's a smart business move by the Detroit Lions, possibly losing Jamaal next year. So it's a guy who's built like a house. He's just like very muscular, good runner, catch the ball, does a lot of good things you want in a running back. So it's a really nice problem to have in the backfield. I'm not going to really call it a problem, but if guys go down, he can fit right in nicely.
Huge shout out to Christopher Smith dropping a $5 super chat. Says, I want us to beat Green Bay because Aaron Rodgers said he owns us every year. Let's change that. I want to beat everything out of Green Bay, and I would love to take a baseball bat to Aaron Rodgers' collarbone, kneecaps, feet, face, everything. I can't stand this guy. Aaron Rodgers is a man who I do not want to see anymore. Everything King, if you have one thing you would like to do to Aaron Rodgers, what would that be?
I would make a phone call to Tanya Hardin, man, and set that up as he walks into the arena. Beat his knees a little bit with a bat. And, like Aaron Rodgers is so annoying. I just watched him. He just won for Tom Brady in the little golf tournament, man. I just wanted to throw the phone on the wall. He just makes me puke. Okay,
he's such came out today. I think about retiring every day. Shut up, dude. Holy cow, man. Well, literally, it's Brett Favre 2.0. I would not be shocked if pics came out that he's sending out to some guys. Would not be shocked. Mark Orum, if you could do one thing to Aaron Rodgers, what would it be?
One thing? Okay.
Yeah, one thing. If you know, give him some acid.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind giving the Will Smith treatment, man. Just slap him right across his face. Just walk right up to him, slap him across the face, and just see what his next reaction would be. That's what I would. That's what I would like to do to him. I can't stand him. He's so annoying. Yeah, take that ponytail, cut it with some scissors, do something
Hire
like
Will
that.
Smith.
Why not?
Will, we need you.
Hire Will Smith.
We need you, Will. Let me know in the comment section if you're not a fan of Green Bay. Put FGB. Y'all know what F means. F Green Bay. Let me know in the comment section with a bunch of FGBs your feeling towards that team. We got a super chat from Don the Goat Burr. He reps Detroit on every single channel. He goes to Chat Sports and rips him up. My guy King finally put on Lions hat. $2 super chat from the GOAT. Love that Lions hat, by the way, King. That one's dope, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, sir.
He called me sir, folks. He called me sir. It is a dope hat, and I love it. All the FGBs in the comment section right now. We appreciate your hatred for Green Bay. We got a ×2 from Ricky Bobby, Ken Studer, 313 DJ, Poor Man Bobo. We loving it. Keep my team out your mouth. Antoine is you high. Going in there, folks. In a couple minutes, we're going to go to you for questions. So if you got questions, we may have answers. But I got a question for Everything King. Your favorite quarterback, we all know who your favorite quarterback is, Tim Boyle. Right now in OTAs, is throwing a lot of footballs to the defense. A lot of turnovers so far. It seems like a pick every day. You know, what advice do you have for Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, for Tim Boyle, your favorite quarterback?
Give him a bag of Better Made chips and a Faygo and put him on a plane and get him the hell out of town. I am so tired of not having a competent backup quarterback in the city of Detroit. We always have a joke coming in behind our starting guy, and I'm tired of it. I'm so sick of it. I was really hoping that they would have went, in the draft and grabbed a guy, maybe even, somebody like Carson at the end. So anybody, somebody that's young and that's really trying to get something done. Man, Boyle is horrible. Him and Blau, I'll pass. I'll just say that.
Definitely pass. We were talking about on my channel, Mark. What are we going to do with Boyle, man? We can't have this guy as our backup.
Yeah, with Tim Boyle, it doesn't seem like, he's not locked into this roster, man. His contract is very expendable. And the way he's playing right now, man, it looks like he's playing himself out of Detroit. He does not look good at all. Blau looks a little bit better. Not that it's much better, but at least he's playing a little bit better. But the Tim Boyle situation is just, I don't understand all the hype this kid had in Green Bay. They were talking about this guy like he was going to take over for Aaron Rodgers. Like he's awesome. He was phenomenal, and we haven't seen any of that. So I don't know where that came from. Maybe he was more comfortable in Green Bay. Maybe he just wants out of Detroit. I don't know what his deal is, but he's got to go.
Folks, if you're a fan of the Detroit Pistons and you like Pistons content, Everything King has that for you. Same with Detroit Lions content. It's Everything Detroit King, really. You like Detroit, you like King, subscribe to his channel. If you're a fan of Detroit Lions, Red Wings, and a lot of other content, you got Mark Orum from Orum's Forum. He's dropping that content on there literally every single day. Subscribe to the channels. The channels are in the featured channel tab of this channel. And if you guys like gear, folks, we got something for you. We love our team, and we love our gear. Lions Nation Unite has it for you. LNUshop.com to get the latest and greatest regarding accessories and shirts, man. Check this stuff out. They got shirts, cups, pillows. They pretty much got everything, in all honesty. Made by Herman Moore. Freaking epic. Let's go to some of these accessories real quick. This is what's all about, man. You get your cups. I love cups too, especially when I'm streaming, repping my team, and there's a ton of it. This is just a little teeny tiny piece. Go to the shirts. I love shirts. I'm a veteran. I love camouflage. They have camouflage as well. You have everything here, man. Repping. We got the lion on there, killing it, and we got funny sayings, folks. This was for the draft. My personal one is I have bigger hands than Kenny Pickett. I must say, I love Don't F This Up. Again, go to LNU Shop.com to get the latest and greatest regarding Lions Nation Unite accessories. It's cheap, it's fun, it's easy, and let's get this pride flowing, folks. David Blau. What do you think of David Blau, King?
I like him more than Tim Boyle. At least he had some type of connection. When we had KG here at receiver, man, at least they had some type of fake connection going on. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen Boyle do anything. At least I've seen Blau take some shots down the field and at least try. So, like I said, I'll pass on both, but I'll take him in front of Boyle any day.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I like the fact that when David Blau throws the football, it sometimes it actually doesn't go to the opposite team. That's always a positive thing for me. At least it's going to a blue jersey instead of a green jersey or a red jersey. Actually have completions to the Lions, and that's something you want to have as a backup quarterback. King, if Jared Goff goes down, what do you think the Lions are going to look like?
Disaster. I mean, there's no other way around it. Disaster, man. I don't care who you got on that offense. You're not about to make neither one of those guys look great. Disaster. It's literally riding on him to stay healthy offense, because it's going to really suck if he gets injured.
Really suck. Absolutely.
And we're talking about Goff, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. We're talking about Goff.
I'm curious to see, is Jared Goff the long-term solution at the quarterback position? Everything King, you're on in front of 93 people right now.
No, he's not. To me personally. But I am willing to give him an opportunity. I am going to do that. Like I say, it's not like he's some old guy. He's still, pretty young. Guys can take some steps forward. We've seen, a quarterback that was here for 11, 12 years have his ups and downs, so he did go to the Super Bowl, even though he didn't throw a touchdown in it. I'll give him his opportunity.
He has a chance, opportunity. He's got no one competing with him right now. Tim Boyle, that's no competition at all. Mark Orum, do you think that Jared Goff is the long-term solution for the quarterback position and bring Detroit to glory, to the big game?
Yeah, like right now, I don't think he is. I'm not a big Goff truther. Like King said, man, I'm willing to give him another shot because to be honest, we saw two versions of Jared Goff last year. We saw one of the most horrific quarterback play that we could ever see from the first half of that season, and then the last 6-7 games, whatever it was, that he actually played, he was like a top 5, top 10 quarterback. He was playing that well. He was throwing the ball downfield. He had a swagger to him, confidence. He was holding on to the football. He only threw like 2 picks in the last 6 games or whatever it was, and threw like 11 or 12 touchdowns. So he played so much better. So he kind of won back some people's hearts a little bit. But I'm still on the fence with him. I don't believe he's a franchise guy for the future. But let's see what he can do with these weapons now. He's got some weapons. He's got a healthy O-line, hopefully. And everything is in line for him to succeed. So let's see what he can do. But as for now, I'm just going to say no. I just don't believe he's the franchise guy.
Brian Smith says Goff is the best quarterback on this roster. That's hands down. King, go ahead.
Let me say, I just want to say this. I don't like when teams go and try to find quarterbacks weapons. I like for a team to go and find the quarterback to fit the weapons instead. So giving him every toy to me is something I just don't like. We tried that with Matthew Stafford, even though we did a horrible job at it. Um, I just don't think he's the guy to take us to the cup. He can probably get you to the playoffs, but I don't think he takes you to the cup.
To the big dance, to the big game. Like, he kind of reminds me of like a Jimmy Garoppolo type of guy. You know, Jimmy Garoppolo quarterback. He's not awful.
Similar.
He's not the worst quarterback in the NFL, but he's that guy. He's that type of guy. Folks, it's your turn to ask us questions. Mailbag segment. Hashtag Lions, hashtag LNU, hashtag King, hashtag Mark, hashtag with the word hashtag. I don't care. That's just how I see it. If I miss your question or we miss your question, just repost it. It's not because I'm being a prick. It's because I missed it and I'm 37 years old. Let's get at it. Right now. And let's see. They started, didn't have a quarterback or weapons. Now we got weapons. Next is the quarterback. Hey, absolutely. We started with absolute butt cheeks last year. We had nothing. We had Brashard Perryman and Tyrell Williams, and we had Geronimo Allison, and we had John Doe. We had nothing.
Frank
and now
Smith.
at least we got something. That's facts. Do you think that Goff, like, what is your expectations, King, for this year? I really don't know. Like, what is your win total?
My win total, my realistic win total is somewhere around 8 games. My hopeful win total is somewhere around 10 games. I don't want to be a homer and drink too much Kool-Aid here, but looking at their schedule, you know, like I say, it's not super duper easy, but it's night and day compared to last season. So the effort that we've seen out of the guys last season, the way the locker room is, the belief they have in that coaching staff, and along with the new pieces that we have, I think we can get to that 8-game total, between 8 and 10.
For sure. That'd be nice. That'd be a big jump from the Patricia era from last year to this. That would be epic. Question here, is Swift going to be the superstar running back everybody wants him to be? That's the big question, Brian Smith. I think it's all about his injury. If he can stay healthy, I think he can be a really damn good running back for the Lions. I think he can. Can he stay healthy? That's yet to be seen. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. What do you think, Mark? Can he be that?
You know, no one's ever questioned DeAndre Swift's talent. That's for sure. It's just him staying healthy, right? It's just all about health for that guy. And we legitimately have a running back by committee thing going on right now with 2-3 guys. So for him to come out and just be that superstar running back, I don't know about superstar, but I think he can definitely be a star in this league and be a really, really productive running back for sure. But it's kind of tough right now because I think they're going to try to protect him a lot this year. We're going to be running 3 guys out there a lot. So to be that, if you're looking for him to be a superstar, I don't see it right now, but expect him to be productive though.
Be productive. When is Williams expecting to be ready to play? That is a big question. We don't really know. Look, he says he's expected to be week 1. That's what he's saying. But we're not the Lions trainers. They could be completely different. What do you expect, King, for Williams to be back? Maybe like week 4? Is there a certain time?
Being in today, with the advancements we have as far as ACL tears, MCL tears, I think there is a true legit shot we see him somewhere around, week 1 or week 2. He's way ahead of schedule according to the doctors. So, we've seen some guys come back a little bit early last season to have some success. So him being as young as he is, not being such a big and, bulky guy, I think he has an opportunity to really, get back at least at week 2, 3, somewhere around that area.
This is the King. Who do you got tonight, Curry or Tatum?
I love defense. Going Tatum.
All 3. If you Lions super fans, which NFL player is your Lex Luthor? Who is the player you love to hate? Gonna take a wild guess and say Aaron Rodgers 12. I don't love
That's
him at
pretty
all.
easy.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hate
That's,
him.
yeah.
I hate that guy. I wish him to a black hole. Uh,
There's, yeah, like the easy answer is obviously AR-12. I kind of don't like Kirk Cousins. His crispy, clean little attitude kind of bugs the hell out of me. So, yeah, so maybe a little bit of Kirk Cousins in there too. I don't know, but he ain't that bad of a guy. Not like AR-12.
yeah, who do you love to hate, King?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Ooh,
I
that's an interesting one.
despise Jimmy Garoppolo. I honestly don't even understand why he's a starting quarterback at times, to be honest. He is the most unproductive in big moments guy I ever seen in my life. I just can't stand it.
How many sacks will we get on Green Bay this year? I'd hope we get like 3 at least. Come on, man. I'd love to get like 50, but of course that's not going to happen. I'd love to break some collarbones to AR-12 and shoot him down. What is the basement bottom Goff can win to keep his job? That's interesting. The basement wins. 7.
Seven all day.
Yeah, I think in order to keep his job, he's gonna I'm not a big believer in linking up wins and losses just to the quarterback anyway. But yeah, I think if he's part of being 7 to 8 wins, I think that's a good lock on him keeping the job for 2023.
If you with the talent that we have here offensively, if you can't, and with the schedule that we have, and we have better defense than last year, if we can't get to 7 wins, there's a freaking problem, man. Like, I'm gonna be angry. Very angry.
Oh.
Why all the media on Hawk today? Well, because he's got interesting hair, and he has a belt, and not really 100% sure. I guess they're just all on him today. Don't know why. Let's see. Do you think that Goff will sacrifice for the team to be the leader that he's supposed to be this year? And if that happens, guaranteed a deep playoff run. I think he's a decent leader. I have no issue with his leadership skills. A deep playoff run, I mean, I'd love it. I don't think that's going to happen. King, do you think he can be that leader and sacrifice?
He's another one of those quiet leader type of guys.
Yeah.
As far as him making that sacrifice, I just don't know, Mike. I don't know, man. He is such a question mark to me right now. I can't trust Jared Goff at this point. I just cannot trust him at this point. So, deep playoff run, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He has to prove it. Show me, because like I said, I've watched Goff before Detroit, and I knew the truth behind a lot of those wins that they were getting over there in LA. And like I said, Goff, he has to shut me up. The second half of the season, yeah, he did play pretty well, but let's just be honest, man. We can get into the politics on, why we won some of those games or not. So, like I said, I just need to see it.
There shouldn't be no problem with seeing it. Like, why should we just say, yeah, he's got it? Now I want to see it. Damn it. Yeah. We've been dealing with losses for so long. It's frustrating, man. Show us.
I don't want to lose, by record-breaking field goals anymore.
Oh, my God.
Exactly, right?
I mean, that stuff can't happen, folks. It can't happen. You know what also can't happen? The fact that we got 116 in the building with 46 likes. We got to get this mug up to at least 55 likes. Get that like up to 55. Well, now we got 120, so now it's got to go up there. And what I really like is Everything King's cell phone. That bad boy is badass, going right up to the camera. I appreciate it. It is legendary. Lions, why don't we use Hawk more like New England and Tampa Bay uses Gronk in the passing game, especially in the red zone? Because T.J. Hawkinson's been injured quite a bit, so it's really hard for that to happen. And we had no weapons last year at all. So, like they had at least had some sort of weapons with New England Patriots. And they had Tom Brady. We have Jared Goff. Big difference.
And he's nowhere near Gronk's talent either. So Gronk is
Anything good coming from the Lions claiming Kaminsky? I don't know, King, if you notice, we claim defensive lineman Kaminsky. 7 other teams put in a claim for him. We got him. Do you think anything good, or is this just another a rotational guy or a 53er, 55er?
Uh, One thing that you can say about him is he's definitely relentless, and I think that's the theme that we're trying to create. Um, I think he could probably be pretty good here. I honestly do. I think we have a legit chance to have a guy in the rotation that can really, give us somewhat some production. But he's relentless. I love that about him.
The Talking Hatch Show 2.0 says hashtag Lions should be locking up Jared Goff for the long term right now. I'm telling you, he's going down as the best quarterback in Lions history.
Yikes.
Whoa. If he can go and beat
Oh.
Matthew Stafford era, that's a hard thing to do. Do you think we should lock him up right now, Mark? Jared Goff for the long term?
No, long term. He's already here for 3 more years, so I don't really know. I don't really know how much longer they really want him to be here. He has to prove it, man. His out is next year, 2023. So he needs to play better, man, to get another extension. In my opinion.
I graduated 1 year ahead of Kirk Cousins. He's 1 year behind me, and I went to West Ottawa, and he went to Holland Christian. So yeah, if you guys know, he lives 5 miles from me. He's a Holland guy, so
Wow.
he's a little hero here. But yeah, he's 1 year behind me. The funniest story: he dated my wife's friend. My wife's friend decided to dump him because he was into football in high school. He goes to, obviously, Michigan State there, and the rest is history. You think she's an idiot? Yeah, she's pretty much an idiot because now she probably works at dishwashing while he's a millionaire. By the way, hashtag Lions Unite. Who is the later round undrafted free agent think the best chance of making the 53 King?
Whew. I got to go with a guy like Taylor. I love Taylor a lot. Watching him on field, it's like a little poor man's Warren Sapp running around out there. A little short, chubby dude with speed, blowing some things up. I really love Demetrius Taylor's tape when I watched it. So I'm going to go with him.
Mark, who do you got?
I already think that all our draft picks are probably going to make the team. I love Malcolm Rodriguez in the 6th round, but I think he's a no-brainer. As a UDFA, I'll probably say maybe Khalil Pimpleton, the wide receiver. I think he's a special teams guy. I really like him. He could take over maybe for Khalif Raymond. I think Khalif's maybe a little bit better at the wide receiver spot, but Pimpleton has some special team skills that I think this new regime is really going to like. So that's my guy right now, man. I like Pimpleton.
Yeah, Pimpleton's got a great name, too. I mean, he can really pop off,
name.
do a really good job over there for his football team. Hashtag question. With the switch to a 4-3, well, it's not really a switch, but you know what I'm saying. We're going to do some 4-3. Where do you rank our pass rush by the end of the season? That's hard. That's a difficult question because you got Romeo Okwara coming back, Aiden Hutchinson. You got Pascal is probably going to be an interior lot. King, where do you have a ranking? Last year, absolute butt cheeks. Okay, we're talking 30, 39 out of 32. This year, where do you got us?
Somewhere along the middle. I'll do that. I'll be nice today. Somewhere around between the 15-17 range. I'll give him that, man. I got, like I said, I got a lot of trust in Aaron Glenn, and I think the pieces that they added were absolutely, amazing. So we still need more pieces, obviously, but I just want to see what they can do, and I'll be nice and give them somewhere around that between 15 and 17.
I love your reaction to getting Aiden Hutchinson. You was off the chain. You were really happy about that. What would have been if we decided to not go Aiden Hutchinson or somehow we got the Jacksonville Jaguars pick? Would that drop a little bit?
I'm not going to lie to you. I would have lost it. I would have lost it, man. Because there's this thing that I have, with a few friends of mine and, a few of my family members, that the Lions never really want to go into their own backyard and get talent. And we always try to be the smartest guy in the room and go and get. You know what? The Walker situation with the Jacksonville Jaguars is usually something that we might try to do. Hutchinson was ranked number 1, but that's not why I was excited. It was what Hutchinson brought to your team, the leadership, the athleticism, the relentlessness. It fits Dan Campbell and Aaron Glenn. So if we would have went any other direction, we got like a Kayvon Thibodeau, the market guy, I probably would have been upset.
Okay. The most promising team in the division, that's the Lions. I see the Packers missing the postseason. I can see the Lions being the most promising team. I mean, you can feel it with Dan Campbell and this coaching staff, a really good draft. You see it in the right direction. Look at the Chicago Bears. I think they're going in the wrong direction. Green Bay Packers losing Devontae Adams, and then you have Aaron Rodgers crying every day. And then you got the Minnesota Vikings. They're kind of the same. So I could say, yeah, I agree with that. I think the Packers still make the playoffs, though. Mark, what do you got there?
Yeah, for sure. I see the Lions, with the most promising team. I see us definitely making a jump, at least doubling our win total from last year. I had them at 6 at the floor. Now is my ceiling for wins. So, but I don't see the Packers really missing the playoffs. I think they're going to win the division, unfortunately. But I did definitely see the Lions being very promising, especially for the future.
This is a fun question here by Brian Smith, and I like it. Whose name are you more likely to scream in frustration, Akuda, Will Harris,
Lord,
or Jared Davis? Mine's Jared Davis. I'm not a fan of the North Korean missile. The guy is just off target, just flying left, right. Every time I see that guy play, I just get frustrated. I was so happy that he was not on the team last year, and then he come back. I lost it. I said, we can't get away from this guy. Why is he back? That is my guy. Mark, who do you got?
I'll switch it up. I was going to say Jared, but I'll say Will Harris. Right now, it looks like he's kind of penciled in as that number 2 guy next to Amani right now in the young OTAs, the early OTAs. So I think Will Harris, if he gets a lot of playing time, we saw how bad he was at safety. He has been a little bit better at corner, obviously, but he's the type of guy that can get you really frustrated during game time.
King, who do you got?
Well, first and foremost, Jared Davis in this defense, I hope they use him correctly. I wanted to kill Matt Patricia on multiple occasions. Yeah, but he's a misguided missile at some times. So my guy is Will Harris. I still don't even understand how he's still on this team. Like, somebody please explain that to me. Why is he still here? He does nothing good whatsoever.
No.
I can't argue with that. When I see him at safety, I just want to throw my headset. But I would like to add Tim Boyle on this list. Because I don't understand how he's on this team. All he does is throw interceptions every day. He has more interceptions than completions. How is this possible, man? What do they see in this guy?
Let's take it a step further, Mike. Last season, my most yelled at the TV screen guy was Jared Goff. I don't want it to be that again. I've yelled at the TV so many times. Jared, throw the ball away. Throw it out of bounds. Throw the ball downfield. There's a guy open. There's 2 guys open. There's 3 guys open. Throw the ball. I don't want it to be him. I really don't.
You say throw the ball away. I think I heard you on 4th down twice because he threw the ball away on 4th down. I just went.
I remember that. Wow.
How do you throw the ball away on 4th down? That was the biggest bum of all time. Actually, I got that thing. It was oh my God. Can't have that again. Who do you think might be a surprise cut this season? A surprise cut. I'm going to go Will Harris. I think he could be cut. Why? Because we have great depth at cornerback, and his finances don't match where he would be used at. I'm going to say Will Harris and then end the frustration of you two. Mark, who do you got?
I'm going to say maybe somebody like a Julian Aquara. That could be a surprise cut. I've been reading that he might be possibly on the bubble, even though he did play a little bit better last year. It was his best year as a pro last year. He's still a young kid. They're trying to find they're trying to make him an full-time linebacker right now, it seems like. No more defensive line for him. He's still versatile. He could play there, I guess, in spots. But Julian could be a guy that could possibly get cut, man, with what's going on in that system. So I guess I got Julian.
Before I get to King, another surprise cut would be hitting that like button. Has nothing to do with cuts. It has something to do with building the like up, kind of like a totem pole. Keep getting it up there. Right now we got 135. Let's get to 75 likes. King, tell him to hit that like button, and who's your surprise cut?
Definitely smash the like button. My surprise cut, I'm not even sure if he's eligible. Um, I'm not sure what the contract situation is like on a guy like Jefferson. Do anybody know who that is? Y'all remember that guy?
Jamar Jefferson.
Jamar Jefferson?
Oh yeah, he plays for the Lions, I believe.
I say Bell could
Yeah,
take his spot.
I don't know what we were doing right there at that draft pick. Seen absolutely nothing from that guy that I like. So somebody small time, but I truly do believe we got to do something at linebacker. We got 85 linebackers right now, so one of those guys just might be on the bubble.
Yeah, they got a lot of them, man.
Please let me be Jared
Yeah.
Davis. Please let me be
They got
Jared
a lot.
Davis. Oh man, I can't watch. I can't watch misguided missile, long ranged, going to outer space. I just don't want to see that anymore. If they can use them right, hey, more power to. I'm tired of seeing it, man. Are the Lions the best sports team in Detroit right now? I'm going to defer to you two because you guys, you got King, he's a Pistons guy. He watches Pistons. And we got Mark Orum, who loves the Tigers. Is Detroit Lions the best team right now, everything King?
Best team right now, I would say second. They're second. They're second only because we already have a guy in Cade Cunningham with the Pistons that we've seen that's going to be a proven star in the future. The questions and the jury is still out on guys like Hutchinson, so we got to see. The Lions won 3 games last season. Got to be fair. I'm just going to say second right now.
Sounds good. Mark Orum, what do you think?
Man, if you had asked me this question a few months ago, I would have told you the Tigers, but they're absolute trash this year. They can't hit. So, but they won I think the last 3 or 4 games out of 5. So they're kind of playing better in spots the last 2-3 weeks. But man, I think like King said, Cade Cunningham, man, he's a legit superstar. He's going to be a superstar in this league. The future does look nice for Detroit. I can't say the Lions right now. I can't say them. Not when they win 3 games back in 2021. So I guess I have to say the Pistons, man. I think the Pistons are number 1, maybe Detroit 2, then the Tigers 3. Red Wings coming up eventually. I don't know, man. Stevie Y's got some work to do, so who knows?
TA, my guy here from Raw Detroit. Make sure you subscribe to Raw Detroit. Man, his content is absolute fire. He does NBA, NFL, prospects, college. TA knows his game. He's got a question here. Is Malcolm Rodriguez the next Luke Kuechly? Yeah, no.
I love Rodriguez, but come on, man, don't do that to
I
him.
hope so.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough, bro. That's tough, Raw.
Look,
That's
man,
tough, buddy.
I appreciate all the hype. I get it, but he's a 6th-round pick. He's probably going to be playing special teams. Luke Kuechly is playing special all-pro, okay? It's a big – Luke Kuechly is one of the greats. Right now, Malcolm Rodriguez is a 6th-round pick on special teams. He's got to work his way up. So,
Yeah.
look, I like his body type, but I'm not going to jump on that right now. If Jared Davis balls out, would you S your pants? I would hope not. I don't want to do that to my drawers. I do like wearing them. I'd be happy. I would be absolutely
shocked.
happy. But sharding my pants, I don't know. Everything King. It proves though that I wear pants if I'm S-ing them, right?
Yeah.
So I
That's
well,
rare.
do you think I should do it without pants on, just sitting next to you? We go to the studio and I just S myself with nothing on?
Yeah,
Oh.
I think you should do it in your seat where you at now. I don't want to sit next to you, and no, I'm good.
Oh man, I tell you what, I thought I had to love there. Let's see. If he not going to play safety, AG is trying to improve his field vision rapidly and increase his anticipation skills to switch. Look, I like it. I want the best 11 on the field. I have high expectations for Futu Melifonwu. I love when he literally can stay with the wide receiver, his size.
Right.
If he stays that corner, I'm 100% behind it. I think he can be a guy that scares the hell out of offenses. He's got the instincts too. So improve a field of vision, throw him on the field wherever you can get him on the field. I love him, King. He's awesome.
Yeah, really is, man. Like I said, I got high hopes for him. A lot of the guys that we have on that defense, man, as far as our our corners, man. I was disappointed that when they went down with injuries. Like I said, we had the most out of some of the undrafted guys as well. So guys like him, having this size, being able to stick to receivers like that, man, I just hope the best for him. I really do.
And he was sticky. When he was on the field, it was like I was really impressed with his play, especially as a rookie.
Especially against Adams. He did a really good job against Adams.
Yeah, and Adams is a monster, absolutely. If the Lions win a playoff game, Mike, will you shave your head? Well, I could do that. I don't really got that much hair, in all honesty. I'm not everything King. This dude's got some hair. I'm like Mark Orum there. I'm balding, so I guess not. Are you wearing pants right now, Mike? Yes, I am wearing pants. I definitely am. I can show it to you real quick. See? No one's home, but I am wearing pants. I want to make sure to let you know that. Who has more touchdown passes, Goff or Cousins? This is an interesting question, Mark.
Ooh, who has more touchdown passes, Goff or Cousins? Man, Cousins got some weapons, man. Jefferson, and they still got I can't forget that kid's name, but yeah, they got some pretty good weapons over there in Minnesota. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna be bold and say Jared Goff.
Gofford gets the most touchdowns. I'm going to go to everything King. Who gets the most touchdowns, Kirk Cousins or Mr. Jared Gofford?
I'm going with Jared Goff. I'm going to just go with Jared Goff. We got a lot of weapons. Yeah. I expect, a lot more passing out of the backfield for guys like Swift. I, expect Hockenson to actually be able to be free this season. I'm going to go Goff. I think we take a huge step forward on the offensive end.
Man, apparently I'm going three-peat here. I'm just jumping on the train. I think he can as well. We just got a ton of weapons. It's there for him. I mean, you got tight ends, you got wide receivers. I mean, literally, you have no excuses not to drop some touchdowns. If Jamison Williams doing play action with this guy, getting open, it's over. So you got to get it. DJ Shark, all there. Hashtag Hard Knocks. Any free agents you would like to see before the season? Who do you think we can still ball if it's a veteran? I don't know exactly what free agent quarterback is out there, but I would cut Tim Boyle time right meow and just pick whoever's up. That's what I don't care. So let me look at the quarterback position. If they release Baker Mayfield, I don't care what people say about his attitude. I take him over Tim Boyle any freaking daytime right now. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for backup quarterback. Mark, who do you got?
I don't have anybody off the top of my head, but I'm definitely scouring the waiver wire for more linebackers to see what kind of linebackers we can kind of pull in to see if we can make some noise with those guys. So definitely linebacker room and quarterback room for sure.
King, who you got?
Definitely going quarterback. Definitely. That is a huge problem for us right now. It's not even a question mark. It's a problem right now. We need somebody in here solid, man, because like I said, if he goes down, the whole ship burns. So I'm not even sure if a guy like Mariota, is Mariota still available?
He actually is with the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, he's with the Falcons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to think
too. I would take anybody over Boyle, to be honest.
I'll take anybody.
Yeah.
I'll take anybody. Anyone. Who will be a star for Hard Knocks for Lions? Jamaal Williams is going to be a star. This dude is freaking hilarious. I think he's gonna be loved. Who do you got, Mark?
I think Dan Campbell's going to be a star. I think Dan Campbell's going to come in there, man, and just be Dan Campbell. It's just going to be kind of funny. He's going to see some leadership from him. You're going to see what type of guy he really is. And I think we're going to have a good show from Dano for sure.
Absolutely. AGC, we're about to come off here. He says, I'm sick of everyone being down on Goff. Do people forget the injuries on offense and the calamity in the OC coaching mid-season? No one's forgetting at all. No one's forgetting. We just want to see wins.
No.
That's it.
We absolutely. We also don't forget Goff with the Rams either. So we're just not getting down on Goff. We need him to prove it. That's all.
Ain't nothing wrong with proving it. Like, I don't crown anybody. Go out there and prove it. And that's for any player on this football team. Go out there and prove it. Folks, we've been on for nearly an hour. Everything King's going to be going on Woodward Sports, Talk Pistons. So make sure you check that out immediately after this. What exactly time are you going live on there?
Around 8:30. So
8:30. So we're getting off right now. With that said, folks, check them out right now.
I had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters. They're just downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't